Yo, what's going on, YouTube family? It's your man Jeremy Doodoo here. And in this video, I wanted to share some of my thoughts on being an introverted designer. I know that in my career, over the past 7 years, being an introvert has really helped me in certain ways, but it's also hindered me in a lot of ways as well. So I wanted to speak on some of that because I know oftentimes people choose a career path that fits their personality type. And before I go any further, I know that this video looks like shit. I know that you're looking at it and you're like, yo, why is this man so pixelated? His skin is like four different versions of black. Like, you know? So I thought that it played well into today's theme, which is, being an introvert. And I know that one tendency that I have as an introvert that I see among other introverts out there is that you tend to overthink, or at least I tend to overthink, and you try to aim for this perfection that isn't really possible, right? You have to understand and embrace the mistakes and the natural flow of life to move forward. So, um, crap, I hope inspires you today. I hope it inspires you to put out more crap because over time that crap turns into beauty. I never thought that I would be a designer. I started off with crap. Today I get paid to be a professional, so crap paid off in the long run, and hopefully it's gonna pay off in other ways in different aspects of life. So, how can being a introvert help you if design is something that you want to pursue? Well, I'll tell you what's worked for me, and maybe it's something that you might be able to connect with. So I know that for myself, I'm not the best communicator. I don't have that natural gift for gab, right? I know that I love listening to folks and understanding the narratives that they have in their minds, understanding the problem with that narrative, and then trying to ideate solutions to make a better story and a more cohesive story that makes sense with a group of people, right? So I love extracting out the ideas that different people have and co-creating with them as a group or facilitating those conversations to make magic happen, because I think that creation is the most godly thing that you can do. But in a spiritual sense, I love picking apart different people's ideas and connecting the dots, because this idea might be totally different from this, but there's some commonality or some thread that we can carve out to make something that's original. And I love that aspect of design. So listening is a gift that you might have if you're an introvert. Really listen with the intent to understand, and don't listen to the surface things that people say, but try to really uncover and understand why they think the way that they do. Right? Is it a certain reference point that they've seen out in the world? Is it because of a certain life experience that they've been through? Right? Really understand that mindset that they have and why they think the way that just try to understand why they perceive the world that they do. See, this damn introversion it's getting to me. I'm overthinking. So that's a gift, right? Really listening to people. And then another gift that I see among introverts is that since we can't verbally communicate our ideas or our thoughts as clearly as we want all the time, we use these different mediums to connect the world that's in our heads, right? It could be through writing, storytelling, art, illustration, graphic design, creating posters, whatever your thing is. You could really hone in and create a niche for yourself, right? And I see this with a lot of the young designers that I admire, is that they're not the best TED speakers, but they can find their passion and understand the stories that they want to tell through those different mediums. So if you're somebody who's just like, I don't want to talk to people, like I don't love being around people. I don't like I just became a designer because I want to be a hobbit, then you could definitely do that. You could definitely do that. I think that designers are we create lifestyles. We create our own we design our own lifestyles, right? If you're a writer, you are still a designer in some sense. You use that aspect of your mind to create stories, and you share your perspective with the world through writing, right? But if you're a designer, a product designer, you're trying to understand the way that products work today, where the problem is, and coming up with a solution. So um, find your medium, understand where you best express your narrative or your point of view, and go crazy on it. Be consistent, putting out your work, letting other people vibe with your work, and eventually you might build a following when you put it out consistently enough that you start to get people's attention. So you could definitely make a living that way, being a hobbit, right? So those are some of the things that can help you as an introvert. Is that number one, you know how to understand and connect with people. Number two, you can create a niche for yourself. And the third thing that I'll say is that with other introverts that I've known throughout my life and who I'm continuing to meet and connect with, is that we don't like surface level conversations. We don't like talking about the damn weather, right? We like having conversations with depth, and sharing the vulnerable parts about ourselves that we can connect with other people who feel those same feelings. So if you are somebody who likes to have that depth in your conversations, and you like to connect with people on that level, then use that to your advantage, right? So those three things are something that can propel you forward as a designer. And as far as what can hinder you, I feel like there are some challenges, man, that I'm still trying to learn myself, because climbing the corporate ladder in an organization requires you to be somebody who you may not be at all times, right? I feel like you have to ride the line of being an extrovert and being an introvert. Like you can't fully be an introvert. And that's something that I'm constantly learning, and I'm trying to navigate that territory, because when you work in an organization and you want to move up, you have to be able to sell your designs, sell your ideas, sell who you are, and help people understand how you bring value to the organization. And you do that by getting in front of key stakeholders who have a say in giving you a promotion, because they believe in you and they believe in the value that you bring, right? So that's something that I struggle with, because growing up with immigrant parents from the Caribbean and Nigeria, all I was taught is to really work hard, and that you get respect and money from working hard. But I see that that's not the case, right? You have to be able to sell who you are, which is it's a struggle for me. Um, so that's hindered me in my career. Like I haven't moved up as fast as I want, but at the same time, my definition of success is being true to myself, and I find that it's easy to get lost in the sauce when you're trying to contort who you are and what you value, um, in order to gain respect and more money, right? It's just a constant struggle of living in the Western world. But another way that it can hinder you is just by being too comfortable with being a hobbit, right? Like I'm a creature of nature who likes to, be by myself a lot of times, but I make it a habit at least every other week to reach out to somebody new on LinkedIn. And it doesn't even need to be a designer. I try to reach out to folks who are in different industries where I can learn from them. So I don't get so comfortable with being by myself all the time. I know that you have to connect with other human beings to connect to opportunities so you can expand your mind to get where you want to eventually get to in life. We all have that journey that we take, right? But when you gain knowledge from people who have already been there, then it helps you get there faster. Um, but it also connects you with opportunities that you never thought that you could get otherwise, right? Like sometimes that's just the synchronicity of life that you reach out to a person and they're like, "Hey, I got this opportunity. Um, I know this person," and things just happen that way, right? So sometimes you have to get out of your own way and out of your comfort zone in order to, make things happen in life and make things move. So if you're not doing that, that could definitely hurt you by just being in your comfort zone of not reaching out to people and socializing, right? So yeah, I do feel like you have to straddle the line of being an introvert, somebody who could focus on the work, be great at your craft, and doing what you do, but you also have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable by reaching out to people, putting out your work, not not being scared of getting judged, and just putting out more crap. Right? This video looks like crap, like I said in the beginning, and hopefully it inspires you to put out your own crap, because over time that crap becomes better and it becomes more beautiful. So yeah, guys, I hope that this video inspires you. I hope that it changed your mind a little bit. If it did, you already know the deal. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.